Shalom, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, double honors to our elders and apostles of great millstone that taught us this truth. Peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful like Akim, teaching and preaching this truth with all righteousness and sincerity. Shalom, Akim, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Brakatham. This is Ak Sop, and today's lesson is entitled, Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, and Lord willing, ye be edified through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the true names of the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son. And as always, the sit-downs, the lessons, the street speaking is for the remnant, the elect, the Israel, the Most High, to use the gospel preached. So here under the community tab, I have two news reports from two so-called black women, which are Israelite women, getting judged in downtown LA, which is where I live. All right. And this is freaking women out. Even my chick, she went as far as making a post on her Instagram trying to so-called give warning to other women to look out for this serial killer that's going around downtown murdering so-called black women. And as you see, they look very attractive. You know what I mean? But the darkness, all right, they live these different lives, these different secret lives, whether they secret prostitutes, whether they, doing all kind of vile acts to get the bag. When these women saying they out here getting the bag and chasing the bag and getting the money, they doing all kind of vile and deplorable acts to keep that bag. But little do they know, the bag that they chasing has holes in it. Okay, the bag that everybody's running after, especially women, has holes in it. And what are the holes? The holes is all the expenses that you got to pay to keep your life going. Bills, card notes, different expenses, all right? Food, clothes, raiment, so on and so forth. All right? And as we get closer and closer to the end, we're going to be hearing a lot of these different reports of women getting judged. And this is a scores for amendment. This is what the Lord is doing with these women that's getting judged recently. All right, the elect women of Israel, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, that will produce a level of fear in you so you can start looking for answers. And if you are of the elect, you'll be pointed right to the prophets and they'll expound unto you the time and season that we're in. And as Esau is getting exposed, these black women is getting exposed too. All right, remember Esau made a deal, the serpent made a deal with Eve in the garden. And now since Esau is getting exposed and getting revealed, women are getting revealed, and it's starting off with the black women. So let's look at a couple of these reports. I'm not going to play them. I'm working off my hotspot right now, so to preserve some data, I'm not going to play these videos, but you already see it. So let's click on this one. And maybe I play maybe 30 seconds of it.
Sandy Court, good evening to you both. It's been 3 days since 31-year-old Melissa Mooney was found dead inside her downtown LA apartment. LAPD confirms she was murdered. I spoke with her sister this afternoon.
In this apartment building right here, let me see, it's literally half a mile away from where I live.
She says Melissa was kind, loving, and opened her arms up to so many friends, and she has no idea who would be capable of doing this. The Los Angeles Police Department is asking for the public's help for leads that might catch the person responsible for murdering LA model and real estate agent Melissa.
See, LA model and real estate agent. You already know she's chasing the bag. All right, once again, that bag has holes in it. And matter of fact, let's go ahead and key up a couple of precepts just to get that vibration going. I have Isaiah 32:9. We'll be going into that. But as I was mentioning in the opening statements of this video, that the bag everybody's chasing, it has holes in it. All right, so you're never gonna fill this bag up. Which the bag, that's Jake talk, which you find it in the scripts as well. All right, because Judas had the bag, but the bag just represents, you finding your money and you stacking your chips up. All right, now it's Haggai, not Habakkuk. Haggai 1. Now Haggai, he was a prophet during the rebuilding of the second temple. He was contemporary with Zechariah, Nehemiah, Ezra, Zerubbabel the high priest. Zerubbabel the governor of Judah, and Joshua the high priest. That was that whole era. So here, as they building the temple, it says this, and we run parallels with what happened then to now, because there's no new thing under the sun. Haggai 1 and 5. And Haggai named Hebrews uh, Haggai, which means festive. All right. Now, therefore, thus saith Yahweh of hosts, consider your ways. And you got to think about the shit that you're doing and see if it lines up with righteousness or wickedness. In the Proverbs, there's many chapters that go into the contrast of the righteous and the wicked. So read those chapters, and then you can consider your ways. Am I doing shit that wicked people doing, or am I doing something that fall in line with what the righteous will be doing? All right. So consider your ways. You have sown much and bring in little, and like we see today, you working so much. You got overtime. You got you a full-time job, but then you got two app-based jobs. You know, you sowing. You putting in a lot of work and bring in little. Why? Because you got inflation. Everybody is suffering from some type of financial crisis. They finna restart the student loan repayment program in October, and they're projecting that the economy is going to suffer from it because people who had that extra money from not paying their student loans back, you know, they was investing into the economy, and now they got to run it back to the student loans, you know. So, you know, that's something that's gonna take effect. And then, like I said, you know, gas, I just filled up. I had to put $70 in my gas tank, which I drive a four-cylinder car. Normally it's 45, maybe $50 to fill it up. Now it's 70. You know, and then you go to the grocery store, you get good quality chicken, not the shit that's constantly on sale that Esau's beta testing shit with. You go and get something that's on, you know, you trying to go to the grocery store, you try to get bargains and all that. Everything is high. So you have so much and bring in little. You eat, but you have not enough. You drink, but you are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put in the bag with holes in it. So you'll get the bag, but the bag has holes in it. All right. Soon as you put the money in there, soon as you put the money that you didn't labor for, you put it in this bag or your bank account, and then guess what? That shit gotta run right out of your. Thus saith Yahweh, consider your ways. So you doing things that's really not beneficial for you. You know, chasing a bag, you trying to be up and make this money and be a slave to these organizations and corporations is not going to benefit you, because the money that you get, you got to turn around and give it back to them. You understand? You know, you don't think these businesses and corporations you work for don't own housing tracts in your neighborhood, you know, that don't own apartment buildings in the city that you in. You know, here it is. These corporations is forced to pay minimum wage, which I believe the minimum wage in California is maybe between $18 and $20. So if a corporation has to pay their workers, you know, $20 an hour, how are they going to get the money back? Well, these same corporations, they own apartment buildings, they own houses, they own the shit that grocery stores. So what they do is they raise the prices over there. So you're not making money. You're not making money. You chasing a bag, you're not making money. You put it in a bag with holes in it. And when will you women understand? You know, y'all chasing a bag, you fucking niggas over. You know what I mean? Niggas is finding out that some of these so-called women is transformers. You know what I mean? You giving the illusion, you finessing this guy, you telling this guy over here you love him and you care about him, and then you live in a secret life at nighttime. You stripping, you hoeing, you a prostitute, but then you get up in the morning on Monday, you go to your corporate job, you know, and these guys is finding that out and they destroying these women. So now let's get to the next part. I don't want to make this video long, all right, but we do have to shine light on what's going on to women to produce that fear. But like we were saying, the bag that everybody is chasing, it has holes in it. So you're not gonna get what you're looking for. All right. Now let's go to this one. That was 3 days ago. This is from yesterday, and tune in.
Now at 11 in other news, it's been nearly a week since 32-year-old mom. Nikki Coates was found dead in her LA apartment. Tonight, her family looking for answers. This as police investigate the death of another model also found in downtown Los Angeles. Eyewitness News reporter Elena Gomez joining us live from downtown with the latest. Elena.
Good evening. Well, family.
And this is around the corner where the other woman was put to death. All right. So in this vicinity, these so-called models, which you got a modeling institute in downtown LA, but when the nigga woman say that she's a model, she's just taking half-naked pictures on the internet. That's all that means. All right. And guys is giving her cash apps. All right. They not in Vogue. They not in these pristine modeling magazines. You know what I mean? And modeling for high fashion, corporations. They're not doing that. All right. They're modeling wigs and lace fronts and makeup and Fashion Nova clothes and outfits. That ain't nothing.
We found Nikki Coates here in her apartment, dead downtown at the 8th and Grand Apartments. The family feels her death was suspicious, and they're now looking for answers into what happened to their loved one. Family of Nicole or Nikki Coates are still in shock that she was found.
So you see that look, you know what I mean? Best believe these women, they playing, they pushing the vibration of boss bitches and they don't need no man and all that. But best believe when that serial killer came and haunted them, they wanted a man by their side. But it lines up with the scripts here in Isaiah 32. And I'm going to actually start from the top. Esau has entitled it The Glorious Future. All right, it says, behold, a king shall reign in righteousness and princes shall rule in judgment. That's talking about the Lord Yahushua and the governing body of the nation of Israel, the 144,000. A man shall be as a hiding place from the wind, and a covert from a tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a rock in a weary land. So to sum this up, a man is going to be where it's at. A man is going to be where the protection is. He's going to be the hiding place from the wind, the destruction, the chaos, the anarchy, the sedition, and the love of many waxing cold. And that's a man of the Lord. Because a man that the Lord is dealing with, the Lord is going to enable that hedge of protection, and there's going to be safety around the men of the Lord. So he's going to be a hiding place from the destruction. He's going to be a cover from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place. And America is a dry place. This place is barren of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. But the men of the Lord, starting off with our elders and apostles of Great Millstone, we have that knowledge, wisdom, and understanding as rivers of living water. So we got the information. We're gonna have we got the answers to the questions. We got the answers to why this is happening, why that's happening, so on and so forth. As a shadow of a great rock in a weary land, you in a hot ass desert, you're gonna be looking for a shadow to get under to escape the affliction from the heat. And that's what a man is gonna be. He's gonna be that shadow to escape the afflictions from the heat. And the eyes of them that see shall not be dim, the men that's in the truth. All right, we're going to be illuminated with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. We're not going to have our lamps dimmed, barely giving light, flickering. All right. Scripture speak about having the lamps burning. And the ears of them that hear shall hearken, the elect. Now let's go down to the 9th verse. You can keep reading. It goes into Esau and his wickedness. All right. But we went at the points. It says in the 9th verse, rise up, ye women that are at ease. Yeah, you see where they live at. They live in downtown. They got the high-rise apartments. Best believe they got the furniture, the decorations. They got the aroma in there, and their door is swinging open and closed with many men coming in there bringing them gifts. So they're at ease. Not to mention how this society is a feminist society where it gives liberty and benefits to women more in abundance than it is for men. So that makes them comfortable. Another word for at ease is comfortable. Women can walk up and down the street, parade up and down the street wearing whatever the hell they want. Like I said in the earlier parts of this video, they can cut niggas off. They can deal with niggas this week, cut them off, deal with the next guy. And they think that these, shit isn't going to come back to them. But as it is written, that what a man soweth is that what he reaped. Now, the world will call that karma, but the scriptures call it whatever you put out in the world, you get back. So these women is cutting niggas off, finessing niggas, extortion, hitting licks. All right. Other men that deals with them, they put them in these situations where, you know, they robbing other guys, so therefore death comes. You know, you pushing out death, you gonna get death. You pushing out getting finessed, you gonna get finessed. All right, rise up, you women that are at ease, hear my voice, you careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. Now, is the Lord coming down here talking to anybody? No, he speaks to the prophets. And we constantly go into this, but we got to bring it out because we have new members of the hopeful elect that just woken up and they haven't heard these precepts. This is Hosea 12 and 10. I have spoken by the prophets. I have multiplied visions and used similitudes by the ministry of the prophets. So the mouthpiece of the Lord, or the way you hear the Lord's voices through the prophets. All right. These women ain't out there on the highways and the byways hearkening, you know, but the Lord is using these women to get that awareness that, look, hey, y'all women is not getting protected. You know, it was another woman that was it last week or 2 weeks ago? A guy tried to cold approach her and talk to her, and she turned him down, and a nigga threw a brick at her face. And none of the men that was in that area that saw this action take place, they didn't do nothing. They just let the shit slide. But that's the time that we're entering into. The Lord is putting these signs out that, look, you women, y'all don't have a covering no more. You know, y'all don't have that covering, and it doesn't matter how beautiful you look. Okay, there's spirits that the Lord have created for vengeance. And don't be simple. Oh, look how beautiful and soft she looks. She couldn't have done that much wickedness. Look, the most beautiful women, and I'm talking from experience, the most beautiful women, they be the nastiest, they be the wickedest, all right? And they fill with evil. Don't let a pretty face fool you. These women be on demon time. Now, what balance? You know, there is women out there of the elect, but you know, these don't fall for a pretty face. The scriptures speak about seek not a woman because of her beauty. Let's get that real quick, and we're gonna get back to Isaiah 32. We're gonna hit these points though. Um, not for her beauty. KJV. Let me try to find it real quick. It's an apocrypha. Well, there is one in the apocrypha, but this, okay, here we go. Man, call out Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, as it is written, seek and ye shall find. So both of these precepts, Ecclesiastes 25 and 21, this is what I really wanted, but I'll also get Proverbs 6 and 25 for the edification of the church. Ecclesiastes, also known as Sirach, in the Apocrypha, chapter 25, verse 21, stumble not at the beauty of a woman, and desire her not for pleasure. Now, of course, when you meet a woman, you're going to be attracted to her beauty. You know what I mean? You're gonna want to desire women for pleasure, of course. But the point is, stumble not. All right? Don't fall, you know? Don't fall for a woman, you know, just because she's giving you pleasure and because she's beautiful. There's other things that you want to look at for a woman that will give you signs that this is a woman that you want to deal with. All right? Scriptures tell us about a woman, you know, that comfort a man in distress. Let me hit this other precept, and then matter of fact, since we own it, let's get it, because you're supposed to deal with a woman that's on your program. All right, we hear in these different talking points in the manosphere, but we go off what's in the scripts. Just as we follow Yahushua and we get on Yahushua program, whatever he likes, we likes. Whatever he hates, we hates. Well, your woman is supposed to be like that too. She's supposed to get on your program. She's supposed to follow after you. You know what I mean? Now, we are in Babylon the Great. You don't want to be a lion in your house, and you don't want to be doing too much. But ultimately, a woman is supposed to get on your program, just as we're on Yahushua's program. You know what I mean? So let me find this precept real quick. Give not thyself to a light woman. Now, a light woman is a prostitute. Ecclesiastes 7 and 7:24 through 26. And just bear with me. I got this hot spot kind of slowing up on me. Let's see. All right. Okay. Now this is some. You know what? Let's just do it like this. Slock it. Forgive me, Akim. Just do it like that. Make it easier on myself. So Ecclesiastes 7 verse 24. It says, no, actually 26. Has thou a wife after thy mind? Your woman is supposed to be after your mind, meaning she's following after you. Like she wants to be on your program, whatever you on, she on. You know what I mean? Whatever you like, she like. Now, with balanced women, they do have their own personality and, you know, certain things, but ultimately, a woman is supposed to be after your mind. Forsake her not, but give not thyself over to a light woman. Don't be dealing with no prostitute. Yeah, we can pop them, but you don't take no prostitute serious. And that's what happened with a lot of these guys that deal with these ultra beautiful women. They be prostitutes. They give themselves over to these women and find out these women is hoes and they flip out. They go crazy. You know, they feel betrayed. Oh, I thought you said you love me. You said you care about me. But meanwhile, these women be secret prostitutes playing men. You don't deal with no Instagram baddie. You don't deal with no prostitute. You don't deal with these women that just all on the scene. You know, because they gonna run that game. They gonna deceive you. They gonna have you believe in something that is not. And then once the truth get revealed to you, all right, you know, you get to finding shit out. How she dealing? She done dealt with your cousin. She's dealing with this guy. She telling you she sleep. Meanwhile, she's at the club. You flip out. And these men that deal with these women, they seek revenge, which really is judgment, because a woman is defiled when she deals with another man outside of the first man that she dealt with. So let's read that again. Ecclesiastes 7 and 26. Has thou a wife after thy mind? You got a woman that's on your program. She trying to help out, aid into your purpose. You know what I mean? She giving you. I mean, you're not looking for perfection, but you're looking at. You know, you may have a woman that's cool with you. You don't forsake that woman. You don't abandon that woman, because if you do, and she go deal with another, she's committed. You didn't committed adultery, because she committed adultery, and you're the reason why. Yahweh Shai went over that. But give not thyself over to a light woman. And 9 times out of 10, these guys that flip out over these women, they gave themselves over to a light woman. Let me get this over here and Google real quick. A light woman meaning. So you see what it says, light woman. Translate light woman from English to Spanish. You see it saying prostitute. Okay. It says a promiscuous woman or a prostitute. Don't give yourself to no hoe. All right, because you're gonna end up doing either putting your hands on her, which you don't want to do that. You'll end up putting yourself in a bad situation because that got demons on her. But let's finish this out in Isaiah 32. We're gonna close out. Isaiah 32 and 10, many days and years shall you be troubled, ye careless women. So a long time period, you're going to experience trouble. And when it's famine, chaos, the love of many waxing cold, Jacob's trouble, all these sad perils happening, women is going to be trouble. It's going to be a curse to be beautiful. It's going to be a curse to have beautiful hair, pretty skin, you know what I mean, being soft and dainty. You know what I mean? It's going to be a curse in those days because men is going to be snatching these women up. For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. The old ways, the different things that women have grown accustomed to is going to fail. The money system is going to fail. They're going to transition into a new system, a digital one that goes under your skin. You know, having coins, chasing the bag, and the internet and all this stuff, all that shit is going to change. You're not going to reap the benefits. Tremble, you women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless, when strip you and make you bare gird sackcloth upon your loins. So you got to humble yourself. You know, they shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. You're going to lament and mourn and cry because of all the different things that Babylon offered is changing. Child support is changing. Certain states, you know, you can't do what you used to do to get the county bag, to get the government assistant bag. You know, upon the land of my people shall come up thorns and briars, yeah. Upon the houses of joy and a joyous city. So it's nothing but bad times coming here to Babylon the Great, which is the joyous city, the land that dwelleth carelessly without bars. You know, judgment is gonna come. So let this be a prelude to what's finna be happening on a major scale. All right, this is something to get the attention. Within a week, 3 women in the same vicinity murdered by some serial killer that's on the loose that's murdering black women. And, you know, not to mention these reports, you know, paying more and earning less, how inflation disproportionately hurts women. So, hey, let this be a warning. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kakwadash, and double honors to our elders and apostles of great millstone that taught us the truth. Shalom, Akim, stay strong.